I really like the Knives Out series as a whole. The first film was a complete bolt from the blue, and honestly, after Last Jedi, it did a lot to repair Rian Johnson's reputation for many people, including me, even though I don't hate The Last Jedi. It just felt fresh, fun, smart, the cast was absolutely stacked, and it introduced us to Benoit Blanc, who is already a genuine modern icon in my opinion. He's just that good. The sequel, of course, came with a bigger wave of criticism. It released during COVID, around Christmas, and yeah, even for me, the second film is the weaker entry. But the whole central idea with the glass onion was fantastic. The cast was once again great. Sure, maybe it was a bit too long, a bit too goofy with an over-the-top resolution, and overall it just didn't reach the level of the first film, but still, it was a very good movie and a strong addition to the series. And now, after another 3 years, we finally have Wake Up Dead Man, so let's discuss it, let's talk about it, let's get to the bottom of what works and what doesn't. From the very beginning, Wake Up Dead Man feels familiar in the best way. Rian Johnson's dialogue is back, it's sharp, playful, instantly recognizable, but what I really like is how the film is structured. Benoit Blanc doesn't actually enter the main story until roughly 40 minutes in. Yes, that makes the opening a bit slower, maybe even slightly too drawn out, and I can see how that might hurt the rewatchability factor, but on the other hand, it does a fantastic job of introducing this entire community, its flaws and its internal tensions, and it builds up most of the side characters well enough also. At the same time, it beautifully sets up the film's true central character, alongside Benoit of course, and that is Josh O'Connor's father Judd. I love how this mirrors the first film where Ana de Armas essentially shared the spotlight with Craig. Also, here again we have two true leads, and we have to talk about Josh O'Connor, ladies and gentlemen. He is an absolute start. I'm extremely curious about The Mastermind by Kelly Reichardt. I'm extremely excited about Rebuilding, because honestly, he's rapidly becoming one of the hottest actors in Hollywood right now. And I don't mean hottest just in the way like I'm really excited to see his performances. He's actually pretty fucking hot also, and I'm a straight male. Just compare him here to his performance in Challengers. Completely different people, it both feel totally believable. In this film he has this effortless, good guy, sweet, almost saint-like charisma that makes him impossible not to laugh, even though we find out that his past may not be so bright. Actually, we know that his past wasn't so bright. That's one of the key things about this character. But like, his character arc is the heart and soul of the entire story. Josh O'Connor is simply fantastic, and his chemistry with Daniel Craig is also excellent. They have this great back and forth, they just work so well alongside each other. Unfortunately, the weakest element of this film are the supporting characters, and this has nothing to do with the casting. I love these actors, but because the focus is so much tighter this time, the side characters don't really have much to do, especially Jeremy Renner and Andrew Scott. Like, they are sadly underused and borderline unnecessary, and Andrew Scott is also, in my opinion, one of the best actors working today. On the other hand, Glenn Close is absolutely worth mentioning. She fully commits and delivers, she gives a great performance, and also Josh Brolin, who is absent for most of the film due to a certain plot event that you probably know from the trailer or if you have seen the film. But he still leaves a strong impression when he's on screen. His Monsignor Vix is played with the real elegance, a great performance, he's truly a despicable prick. Yeah, I hated his guts, and when he talks about masturbation, it's very intense. And if we're talking craftsmanship, this is easily the best made Knives Out film so far. Rian Johnson was cooking here, the direction is fantastic, the use of lights and shadows, the locations, the compositions. Just look at some of these shots, man. It's truly impressive, and at times it's genuinely a feast for the eyes. But what impressed me the most is the screenplay, once again. For the first time in the series, I felt like the script is truly deep, and I don't say that to diminish the previous films, they always had themes, and Benoit usually served as the force of good, rescuing one innocent soul from a crowd of terrible people. Here though, the setting itself and the almost religiously staged murder are used in a way that is so clever. Like, the film explores heavy themes of fate, human sin, guilt, and compassion, and it integrates them so organically into the murder mystery puzzle that the resolution works on multiple levels. It's narratively shocking, of course, but this time it also delivers real emotional and thematic catharsis, all at the same moment, and this final stretch is genuinely excellent. Overall, the film just feels heavier. It seems more concerned with what it has to say than with how entertaining it can be, and that's a bold choice. It's also the least funny Knives Out movie for these reasons, not because the jokes don't land, they do, but simply because there are fewer of them. This supports the tone, but again, it might slightly hurt the rewatchability factor. I'm planning to rewatch it with my parents because they had never seen the Knives Out series, so I'm excited to see how the first one holds up. I haven't seen it in a long time. And I gotta say, the first one for me is still the best one, but this comes close. This comes really close. So, as a whole, this is another win for Rian Johnson and another win for Netflix. It's a fantastic detective story and at this point a pretty iconic series, honestly. I'd be totally fine getting a new Knives Out every 3 years. That said, I do have some concerns about potential exhaustion of the material. You can't stretch this concept forever. I mean, you can, but those are essentially murder mysteries, you can do them forever. But it's hard to imagine how they could thematically top this entry. But Rian Johnson is an excellent screenwriter, so I trust that he'll keep delivering. I'm just expressing a small fear that the series might eventually run out of steam. But Wake Up Dead Man really does not show any signs of exhaustion. Wake Up Dead Man gets a 4 out of 5 for me. A seriously entertaining watch. I loved it. Definitely will be talking about it in the best movies of the year video. If you like this video, you can like, comment and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers until Christmas, so it would make for a great present for me. So consider it, and I'll see you soon, probably with the Avatar review. So have a good one and enjoy the holidays.